Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Funday with Paul and Judy.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you're having a great weekend. I asked a lot of questions. I don't know if you saw the promo that I did.
I didn't. I was out. Remember, I was running into this.
You were doing some errands. Yes. Actually, we were both running errands this morning.
Yes, that's true.
Paint store, the Walgreens CVS trip.
And it is Brie Day after all.
Yes.
And so we're actually having a little Brie party today. So
yeah, sort of impromptu.
I had to get some extra supplies.
So we're like, that's what his was all about. Cheers.
That's also mimicking you in the commercial we do.
Oh, yes, that's right. He's been looking back at a whole bunch of old videos so that we could bring up some things that would
some of the best stuff.
Yeah, some of the best of. So let's see who is joining us. Hi, Sissy. Welcome to Sunday Funday. Hope you're having a very good weekend. We have, I think she's contributed this weekend to the signs.
I love it. Uncle Dave is still producing some things, some of which we can't show.
He contributed a sign this week too.
I did.
I think just one. I don't think two. Hi, Marianne. Cheers to you too. Hi, Jane.
I can't put it down.
Jane has actually contributed to our signs of all kinds too. They just keep rolling in.
That's it. People like that.
Hi, Christine. Christine contributed to our signs this week. The whole show is just signs.
Would she be our #1 contributor of signs?
Yes, but she's got some rivals now. Yeah. So my file has grown tremendously.
I think Christine would say she welcomes the competition.
I think she would too. Hi, Nikita. Happy Sunday Funday. Oh, and here's another prominent contributor. Hi, Glenna. Well, I got your private message and I have not had a chance to get back to you, but I will have an answer for you in the coming week. Hi, Elaine. Welcome to Sunday Funday. Hi, Sharon. Oh, nice to see you too. Hope you're having a great day as well and a good weekend.
Actually,
Hi, Tina. I forgot about that. I didn't even think of it when I was getting ready.
What?
We're both kind of in a variation of black.
There we go.
Did you get to watch the pickleball segment that I sent you? No, I have not. I couldn't find it again. No. She said something about a pickleball joke or championship or YouTube video. I can't even remember what it is, but it wasn't in the message. It was like, go here and see if you, now I know how you guys feel when we say, go here and see if you can find it.
Could it be the one that I sent to Todd after he started playing?
No, because it wasn't just a sign.
That was it.
I think it was an actual video that was like, it took more effort to go find it. Try and send it again, Sissy. Maybe I can find it easier this time, especially if you put in a link. That's what always makes it so much easier. I love this kind of competition. The more laughter there is, the better.
I agree. I'll drink to that. As a matter of fact.
Absolutely. Hi, Andrea. Welcome to Sunday Funday. Good to see your name pop through. Aaron, welcome to Sunday Funday. Hi, hope you're having a good weekend. We actually have, well, speaking of signs, we have to get to the signs.
Let's get to the signs.
Yeah, but we also have another.
But enough about me. What do you think of me?
Where'd that come from?
I don't know.
Oh
I'm in a mood.
Yeah.
I'm in a mood today.
Well, we also have a great sponsor, and you haven't seen this sponsor in a long time, but actually Jane, who weighed in a little bit ago, asked something last weekend that I didn't get to address live on the show, but I wrote her back later in a message as we go through the comments after the program. And she asked if I was still able to teach my booty bar classes. And so fortunately I am. And hi, Mark. I'm going to actually increase the number of classes to 3 days a week, starting in 3 weeks from now. So it's been popular enough where the director said, oh, absolutely. If you can teach 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, let's do it. So we're going to gear up for that as well. And
if you're vacationing in the area, let us know. We'll show you how to get there.
Yes, and you can buy a punch card. We do a little bit of that in the class too.
Do you?
Yep, a little boxing moves. Does Paul have a new hairstyle? Mark wanted to know.
I wouldn't call what I have as a style. I haven't used a comb or a brush in probably since I've known Judy.
Just keeps getting shorter and shorter and shorter.
I'm just glad to have hair.
There's that.
Right.
Hi, Teresa.
I just go. She taught me that.
Happy Sunday Fun Day. Oh, thank you, Glenna. Well, on that note, let me show you who our sponsor is and why we chose them to sponsor today's show. Because style's starting at $15.
What?
I know. So I'm back to reminding you, especially those of you who do feel strongly about staying in shape and living your best life for as long as you're on this earth, try to stay as fit as possible. Do something multiple times a week. So I wanted to let you know that one of my favorite activewear companies is having a great sale. And they have yoga pants, they have loungewear, they have great sports bras. In fact, some of the best on the planet for comfort and fit. So give them a try. I'm going to put the link in the comment section. I always like to do that for you. But also, once you get there, even though this particular scene says 10% off your first order, if you use this code, use my code, Judy15, you get 15% off of your first order. Yeah, actually, you guys, if you use Judy15 even tomorrow or the day after, and it's your 10th order, you still get 15% off. So that's
Judy does live in this stuff. I can vouch for that.
I really do. So anyway, that is our sponsor for today's show.
Signs of all kinds.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So without further ado, welcome to everybody who's new to Sunday Funday with Paul and Judy. We love seeing your names. We love seeing your new names come through. We love having you share our broadcasts at the end of them. Those of you who do tune in at 1 o'clock Eastern time on Sundays are actually seeing the live performance. Mm-hmm. So if you watch later, and sometimes I've even seen a couple of people come in and make a comment that they're watching the replay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's so cute. So I think that's neat that you let us know. Hi, Deborah.
Sean is one of those.
Oh yeah.
Because I think you said once we switch from noon to 1, it must be a work issue.
Yes, I think it is. I think.
Then there's the church issues.
Yes, right. Exactly. So we just decided, well, let's see if we can accommodate as many people as possible. Let's see how this time frame works out. So yes, you can always go back and watch it again, or watch it for the first time on a different day. So signs of all kinds. We have some fun ones. Mm-hmm. Our first one is compliments of Carol. And we can all relate to this, especially where Paul and I are living now. We call it the Naples U-turn.
Yeah, there's always a U-turn.
Turn right to go left, and don't block the intersection, and be very careful of the man or woman coming behind. I mean, it's just
don't take your eyes off the road.
Yeah, it's a little bit of it all. And in fact, Carol, I think, was really sending a strong message. Maybe she's had a rough week on the road because she also contributed this one. Oh, it's just too funny. So, yes, when it comes to traffic patterns, it can be more and more confusing. Yes. Thank you, Carol, for those contributions. Hi, Jonathan. Thanks for joining us today from Williamstown, Massachusetts. And Mariana has just joined us. Well, happy Sunday to you too, Mariana. Our next signs of all kinds is from Janice. And it also has to do with driving, ironically.
Fuel prices are so high that I went to the car dealership and test drove 3 cars to run my errands. Follow me for more money-saving tips.
I thought that was kind of brilliant, right?
Mind if I go to the dry cleaner as well?
On my way back to give you this one, and then I'd love to test that model too, because I also have to run to the grocery store.
Right, which one has the highest gas mileage? Because this errand is going to take a long time.
Yes. Hi, Ellen from PA. Good to have you joining us. Happy Sunday Fun Day. Thank you, Janice, for your contribution to our signs. Suzanne E. Speaking of driving.
Nice.
Gas price too high. Driving my new Toyota Corolla.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought that was really nice sound effects from the sound effect guru.
Suzanne.
Suzanne, yeah, it was Suzanne. Thank you, Suzanne. Our next one is from Sissy. So this one's very cute. Well, sort of, kind of. It depends on your sense of humor. Mm-hmm. You want to play roles here?
Am I the wife or the husband? All right, guys, you go first. I'll be honest with you.
Maybe you should be the wife.
I have a bag full of used clothing I'd like to donate.
Why not just throw it in the trash? That's much easier.
But there are poor, starving people who can really use all these clothes.
Honey, anyone who fits into your clothing is not starving.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow, that's the guy with the black eye.
Yes, and now you can see why I decided that maybe we ought to reverse roles. Thank you, Sissy. I think
You were just protecting me.
yes, I was protecting you. Anyone who fits into your clothing is not starving. Yes, like, ooh, that's a groaner right there. All right.
Wow, I don't even know what to say. To that.
Exactly.
Or any of you that ever watched Greg Gutfeld. A sexist would say.
A sexist would say, ouch. Our next one is from Christine. Okay, so we'll role play again. This
Which
time
one
you're
am
the
I?
kid.
Okay. I feel like you're always making up rules and stuff.
Like what?
Like if I don't clean my room, a portal will open and take me to another dimension.
Well, that's what happened to your older brother.
What older brother?
Exactly.
I had an older brother. I'll clean up my room, I promise.
I thought that was a good
I'm
one.
sorry, I had lived at the end.
It was funny. It was funny. Christine, that's a good one. Very nicely found. I guess she made her point.
By the way,
So clean up your
if
room.
you're looking
the
for
portal will
voiceovers,
open.
hire Judy, not me.
Well, not for characters.
Oh,
Yeah, my acting is terrible.
you played the husband pretty well.
Did I? Why, thank you. Migdalia, welcome to the show from Puerto Rico.
I like that name.
I know, I do too. She has written to me when she's purchased some of our big deals. Okay, so let's continue. This one is from Glenna. My husband giving directions like, then head south. Okay, Lewis and Clark, do I turn at Chick-fil-A or do I go towards Sonic? There was another one very similar to that with the same kind of emotion.
I have something to say about that one.
Okay, well, let me just pull the signs down and let you make your comment.
This will be the
front and
wise
center.
words. If you've ever been into a strange city and you have the app to give you directions, and if you're like in a place like New York, you don't really know north, especially on a cloudy day.
Exactly.
Go south. Can't you?
So men can relate to this too?
You know where
love
I am, and you're saying go south.
I know. And cars don't have compasses in them anymore.
No.
Remember when they used to have them on the dash?
Right?
Yeah, so you have to rely on your GPS where you have to know that the sun comes up in the east and sets in
And
the
we
west.
also
And even then on a cloudy day.
And we also discovered my phone, when I was using it to navigate in my car, would take me in the opposite direction anyway.
I know. Or sometimes,
Right.
hi Sherry, or it'll take you around the block 3 times and then guide you. I hate that. Like, why couldn't you have just been more direct? This is crazy.
I just saw the code on the bottom of my thing that said Mississippi.
Oh, I did that once when I was on QVC and we were doing a 50 and 50 tour. And I was sitting up in a chair and I had tags on the bottom of my shoes. And I couldn't understand
Your
why
personal shoes?
why the audience
Somebody was
laughing.
going to return them?
No, I just forgot to take the tags off. Who puts tags on the bottom of shoes?
Shoe manufacturers.
No, they don't. Well, you can tell they were shoes that did not come in a box.
Okay.
All right, back to our signs of all kinds. This one is from PLJ. So if you're watching, John, thank you for this one. All right.
My landlord texted saying we need to meet up and talk about how high the heating bill is. I replied back, sure. My door is always open.
You can tell when you read these for the first time. Yeah. Because you start laughing before you finish.
Judy keeps me in the dark.
Thank you, PLJ. Keep them coming. All right, our next sign of all kinds is from Jane. The black-eyed peas can sing us a tune, but the chickpeas can only hum us one.
Nice. That's where hummus comes from.
Yeah, and look at the doggies and kitty cats on the bottom. You can tell that that was originally at least designed to be on a veterinarian road sign. So Carol likes the signs. I know there are a lot of them, and I have a few more to go.
What?
Thank you, Jane. So speaking of dogs,
Yes.
yeah, and animals, check this out. This is
Oh,
from Uncle Dave.
This is very funny.
Oh, it's so cute. This little guy told his dad that he wanted to learn how to train his dog. And his dad said there were lots of dog training videos on YouTube. So here he is showing them to the dog.
And the dog looks engrossed, by the way.
It's a puppy. It is a puppy. And it looks like a Springer Spaniel to me. Hi, Sherry.
Which is prominent in your family.
Yes. Yeah, I was raised around Springers. In fact, our Brie was a Springer Spaniel. Yeah. So I go back to that sign again and again just to revisit the dog.
That is awesome.
It is. He also sent another awesome one that pertains to dogs.
Mm-hmm. Darkest hour when I needed... What? In my darkest...
See how he doesn't read them ahead of time.
When I needed a hand, I found a paw.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Isn't that a neat one? Yeah, I think it's great. I know. They're so cute with all the doggies. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Glenna. Right?
And wasn't there a charity that was trying to bring the dogs back that were working with the vets?
Yes.
So, because they were technically the property of the U.S. or something like that, but they bond with them. They should keep the dogs.
Oh, totally. I completely agree. Hey, Todd, welcome to the show. Better late than never. We never mind when you tune in. Yes, we're all moved into our new house, Sissy. We're still waiting on some things.
Some deliveries.
Yeah, that won't be coming until October. What are you going to do? The whole supply chain issue and everything. Oh, here's cute. Sherry says, there's a cute saying that says, I'm not arguing. I'm just trying to explain why I'm right. That's great.
It's like I have one.
I like that one.
That I say, I'm not lying. I'm just telling the truth in advance.
Yes, that's another good one. Oh, I know. I love the last one too, Christine. So I think I have a couple more. Mm-hmm. This one's from Michelle K. And this is actually not a sign of all kind. It was a cocktail napkin.
Oh, yes.
So I took a picture of it because, wait, let me see if
that was at our manufacturer's.
What I have to do is make sure that you can see the whole thing. So let me take the credit down real quick so that you can read
Michelle
in full.
Gets the credit.
Yeah, she gets the credit, but you have to see the full sign. So I have to take down the little sign on the side. Okay. I exercise. Just kidding. I drink wine in exercise clothes.
Which is the first step.
To what?
To saying I'm an alcoholic.
I thought you were going to say, no, I'm going to change soon and I'm really going to exercise.
Isn't it a 10-step program? 12 steps? I forget.
There's one more for you that is very cute, and it actually pertains to exercise.
Okay.
In one way or another. This one is from Janice M. I really think that tossing and turning at night should be counted as exercise. Nope, Janice.
What are you talking about?
I know. Sometimes I do feel like I was exercising all night.
Don't forget, with all these sleep apps,
yes,
you can see what your breath rate is and all this other stuff.
Everything.
Heartbeat.
Yeah, very true.
So you're elevating your heartbeat.
Well, so maybe she has a point. Maybe that's a sign that should be reconsidered. I like it.
Signs of night times.
Yes, exactly. Good job, you guys. Thank you for all the contributions. Those are really fun. So we do have a new segment that Paul came up with that we started last weekend, and we wanted to continue it. He's actually working hard to get these things up and ready for the show. I'm
learning I need a new computer.
Yeah.
Because what used to take me 2 minutes to edit, and it's not that I've lost my cognitive faculties. I can't hear when I'm editing, so I'm editing blind. But anyway, I'll get a new computer.
It wasn't a matter of, and do we need to look into some hearing aids for you? No.
It's the best.
Computer.
It's the best of. And we showed you last week, Tim Wilkins was one of our guests.
Comedian Tim Wilkins.
So funny.
And he's talked to him since.
Yes.
Did you warn him that he was going to be on our show last week?
I warned him after the fact. I wanted him to be able to say no. Just like we didn't tell this guest that we're rerunning his stuff.
This is true. So he can't say no either.
But this is was a very popular episode and also a very emotional one. Almost.
We had a couple of them.
We'll say who it is. This is Dan Wheeler. And Dan Wheeler had to go through something very, very difficult, which I think I can relate to, but although not to the extent.
Right.
And it changed sort of an outlook on life. But anyway, this is just a snippet of, and the whole episode is still available.
Yes.
Right?
And after the show, what I do is I go back into the intro to our Sunday Funday with Paul and Judy, and I put the link. So if you did want to watch the whole show, you can just click on the link and go right to the episode.
So the first cut is sort of us introducing him to you as we get on the show.
Yes. And as you know, I have to mute us, so it takes a little minute for me to get up there and have everything. I have everything going. You always do your drum roll.
Wait a minute.
There you go.
Right.
Okay.
I had to do the box
That was
before I
kinda
could use the table.
It's kind of weak, but here he is, the one and only Dan Wheeler.
Wait a minute. I really have something that I need to say, because when I knew him all those years ago, when he was just humble and didn't have a best-selling book, it was Dan Wheeler. Now it's Daniel.
Daniel Wheeler.
Hi, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
How you doing, Paul?
I don't want to hear about that.
I don't know if you notice we're fourth in the nation right now.
Right.
And to not be outdone, even though I'm not in the sun.
There you go, baby.
Fantastic.
Cheers.
Fantastic.
So glad to have you on our show today.
And first of all, congratulations on the success of your book. For those of you that don't know, Dan has written a book.
And he has more props. So Dan, take it away. Let's see it. Let's see
There
it.
it is, full screen.
There we go.
Thank you, guys. It's so great to see you guys. It's been way too long. We have to get together. Obviously, I need to come to you. It's much warmer there.
Deal.
I know. I'm sorry that we're rubbing it in a little bit too much with the water trickling and the boat zooming by. But, you know,
This is the worst.
Here.
This is the worst day that we have.
Oh, it's so bad. We've had so much rain.
So tell your book again, Dan, and tell us.
The thing is called Hurricane of Love. You guys knew my wife, Beth, and what a great lady. And it's really, I wrote the book so people could get to know her, but also to know what it was like. You know, in our business, it's tough sometimes when you go through difficult challenges. But I was trying to be this cheerful, upbeat host on QVC while Beth was battling for her life. And it was, I talk about those times, but, you know, you get through with your faith and your friends and your family. And this book, I think it's been inspiring a lot of people. I spend 3 to 4 hours a day answering emails from people who said, it helped me. A lot of people are stuck in their grief. And I felt like, you know, God was telling me that Beth's in heaven cheering me on. Her race is over. I have a race to run. So it's Hurricane of Love. You can get it on Amazon or go to hurricaneoflove.com. That's my landing page. And there's an interview with me about the book. But
you know, one thing I forgot to look up to see
if it's still on there.
Yeah.
I imagine it's still available.
I bet your books are available.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm sure it still is.
But it's we've had a couple of episodes on this show that turned out to be very emotional. And this is certainly one of them, but he's still so much fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's really kept a positive outlook throughout.
Well, and he was sincere when he said, we need to get together. And he's one of these people who's just always so positive and always so upbeat, always smiling, laughing. So we definitely need to reach out to him again and say, okay, now that we've landed again in another spot, we have a guest room that's set up where you can stay. Now you have to really
and he could be in person.
Exactly. Yeah. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, set us up for the next.
Okay, so the next one is basically because we all met in the shopping channel business. Mm-hmm. This is sort of how he found himself in this crazy business.
Okay, so we'll run the next clip.
And the guy that directed the first home shopping show I ever did, guys, this was way before I knew you. My co-host was Kendi was one and Jane Lynch was the other, the actress.
Wow, yeah, of course.
We had a blast. We didn't know what we were doing. They literally threw product in front of us, no description, nothing.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Sometimes that would happen on a regular basis, even nowadays, especially if a host got sick at the last minute or a host was on the air and they got an emergency phone call and you were behind the scenes, but you were the next host on deck. So you had to go up early. You hadn't seen any of the product. You hadn't prepped yourself because of course it was the other person's show. So that kind of thing still happens.
Yeah.
You never know what it's going to be like.
Even back in the day, the very first ever audition that you put on tape for the shopping channel was selling a pencil.
Yes. Yes. And that was all the way back to the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And some people could go on and on and on. And some people were 10 seconds and done. And you knew they didn't get the job.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing about hosts that Paul always likes to say.
Oh, yeah.
It's not.
You said this in this episode.
Oh, did I? That's funny. You have to go back and watch it because that's not one of the clips that we have to show you.
No, we don't have to show you that. All right. So next time, this next clip is basically he's talking about not just how we got in the business, but how did we all end up at that crazy place called QVC.
Okay. Yep. Here we go.
But, and then after that, then I had my own company, and that's when CVN called, and I went up there, and that's where I met you, Judy, and then you went to QVC, and then I came to QVC, and then Paul came to QVC, and so that's how the three of us know. By the way, here's Zoe. She's the star of my Facebook page.
Hi, little Zoe.
We always have to fit our little animals.
Furry
in.
children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our furry children. I even said that in my promo for today's show in asking you what your weekend was like. I said, did you spend time with your four-legged friend? Maybe you even got to spend time with some of the two-legged friends you have to.
Yeah, if you have to. Well, actually, our neighbor next door
got another package?
Yeah, something. No, they have their mat says, "We love dogs and we tolerate some people."
Oh, I have to go over and look at
Actually, it
that.
could have been a sign, I guess. No, I blew it.
That's cute.
Okay.
All right, so you have a couple more clips.
So one thing for any time that we've ever had a guest that was someone that we worked with QVC in particular, Judy likes to go down memory lane with something called the QVC Insider.
Oh yeah, it's always so much fun because I don't tell them that I'm going to do that.
I
I just
know,
sort
you
of
do
bring it up, and then it's all spontaneous, and that answers and the reactions are always so cute. So this is that memory lane part.
For you, Dan.
Oh my goodness, I love this.
So this goes back to 1999.
Oh
okay.
my goodness, yeah.
And I want
The
you to, I'm
Insider.
going to see if I can go around, see if I can get the camera to see these faces. So
There's
there I am with Lisa Mason,
Lisa Mason, yeah. There's Kim Parrish.
Paris. And then there's a young.
Okay. Wow, is he good looking?
What happened?
Oh, that was that Paul guy, DC.
Yeah. And
There's our favorite, Steve Bryant.
Yep, Steve Bryant. And then we have Jill Bauer and
Lynn Tucker.
Lynn Tucker. Yes. Lynn Tucker, who I think is out in Los Angeles now.
Yeah.
And look, Suzanne Runyon.
Suzanne Runyon,
That
yes.
was right around the time that she had Ethan. She
Yes.
was with Ethan around that time. And then, I recognize these two people. Wait, I'm not finished. Let me keep going around.
Kathy.
There's Kathy.
What a sweetheart.
And
Dave
then,
King
yep, Dave King.
and Bob Bauer.
Socks.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do this without
I
being able to
can't
see
see
what I'm
it.
doing.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can-
there's Lisa. Robert.
Yeah.
Another one that I'd love to get to have on our show.
Yeah, she'd be great. Love Lisa.
We have Mary Beth and David Venable.
Yeah.
Look at them. We're all so young.
I
And
know.
there's Dan Weir.
Rick and me and Pat. Wow, I had hair and I didn't have facial hair. Who are those gingerbread cookies?
I thought that was a great comment. All of us got caught off guard by that's the beautiful sense of humor that he gets. Wow, I have hair. I didn't have facial hair. Isn't that the reaction though when somebody brings up an old picture or an old memory?
You look different. Although Judy always gets, you look the same. You can't change it.
Yeah, you need to look more closely.
Oh, I was a
A
close.
lot of makeup. Whatever happened to Steve Bryant? I don't know.
I think he
lost
was
touch with
doing
him.
radio for a while
Oh,
or
was
something,
he?
and then he was doing I think a podcast probably about the shopping channel. I
Or-
don't know if he wrote a book.
Or electronics.
Yeah.
Because he
exactly.
was
He's
always
this
so
guru.
good. Everybody had
Yeah.
their specialty, you know, and he was always known for the electronics.
Yeah.
So maybe his podcast is about that. But maybe somebody's also heard from him or listens to him on the radio, and you can let us know. Okay, so there is one more. And don't forget, at the end of the show, I'm going to go back up to the very top of this video, and then I'll put the link for you so
Is
you
it
can
on
watch the
YouTube?
whole thing.
You have it on? Okay.
Yeah.
So on her YouTube channel, but it's easy. Just click the link.
Yep, that's what I'll do.
It doesn't matter if you subscribe or not. They can still watch it.
Yeah, and if you're there and you want to watch more of them, then
subscribe.
definitely subscribe, and then you can look through all the old videos.
You'll get alerts when the new one comes out.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So this last one is the part I think that is most emotional. And Judy does a very good job interviewing, as she always does, to find out how do you deal with a situation like that when everybody's saying, not knowing what to say.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is
Because everybody's been in a situation like that.
This is the last clip, but it's not a very long one, but I thought it was very
Poignant.
important. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
What your point is also is that you don't want to wait for that kind of diagnosis to make the most of your time, right? I'm sure that's got to be one of your messages. But also, I saw you probably on your Facebook page, or maybe it was the show that you were talking about, Trump's lawyer.
With Jay.
Yeah, with Jay.
Yeah.
I think we were watching that together.
Mm-hmm.
And you said something because they took other phone callers, and a man had called in, and his wife was in the same situation.
Yes,
Do you remember that call?
Yes, I do.
Were very empathetic, of course, understanding. And when there's a point at which there's nothing that you on the other side can do, what is the best advice? Just to let someone listen? I mean, what was it for you as you were going through it that made you feel this? What was the most helpful?
Well, Judy, you're really insightful because, it's one thing to be on QVC and you're presenting product and people call in and nice, but when you're on a live national TV and radio show and people are calling and crying, and Jay would just look at me like, take the call. And I was like, oh God, what do I say? Give me wisdom. I just, like you said, you try to be empathetic. You try to be there. And that's my message. People always say, oh, they know someone's in a hospital or their friend's going through a hard time, but they don't know what to say to them. I say, just show up. Just be there. You don't have to say anything. Just your presence. I call it the gift of your presence because it's not about what you say, but they'll remember you cared, and you just need that. I remember people, one day I came out into my kitchen. I had like 25 people here. Beth had stopped treatment. It was our final days. And I was just in the bedroom with her. I didn't want to leave. And I came out in the kitchen to get a cup of coffee. Here's Mary Beth stacking my refrigerator full of food. One day, Rick Dolmeyer came over. His wife, Amy, had cooked all these soups. And that is such a blessing. My sax player in my band that I play with, he showed up with soft pretzels, So bring food and show up. That's my message.
That's a great message too, isn't it?
Well, it is a great message.
That it was so from the heart.
And I think a lot of people don't know what to do.
Totally.
And believe it or not, I'm reminded one time, and I forget whether it was HSN or QVC, I really don't remember. But I had a guest who was one of the, I don't know, life coaches or whatever they call them, like a Tony Robbins type.
Sure.
And she was talking about bereavement.
Oh.
And she said, and the worst thing you can do is say, what can I do?
Yeah, what do you need?
Because now you've given that person
another job
who's doing so much. So I remembered that when he said that, and it's such great advice. Show up.
Yeah. Just being there can be great comfort. Yeah. So anyway, I think it's well worth a watch if you have a little time. And I'll put the link on our kind of promotion page for the show so you can watch it. But it really does take you back. It's great memories. It's fun to see him. It's fun to laugh along with him. And we go down a whole bunch of other memory lanes during the show.
Many years, right?
But don't you like the idea of sort of the best of Sunday Fundays over the course of the 4 years plus that we've now been doing this? So yeah, it's kind of neat.
I look 4 years older. He doesn't.
4 years older than when we first started.
Yes.
we certainly look 4 years older than when we all first started together on CBN, HSN, and QVC.
I did start basketball again.
Yeah, how about that?
So that was kind of nice.
That's good.
Finally.
Get back into cardio shape. I did want to remind you, because so many times throughout the shows, people ask about the jewelry that I'm wearing, and I'm loaded up today with my stretch bracelets and labradorite ring and turquoise earrings,
And
of
our
course,
current
big
deal.
deal. Yeah. So I just wanted to remind you before the show's over that we do still have the big deal going on for the month of August. And I also thought it would be really fun for you to see that on the home page of Shop Gemistry, they're highlighting and featuring necklaces that go with every outfit. So it's kind of nice for you to be able to see that. And all you have to do is go to shopgemistry.com and you can kind of browse through. But the other thing that you can do is, if you just go to shopgemistry.com, up in the upper left-hand side, you'll see Shop by Brand. And then when you hover your cursor over Shop by Brand, it'll come down with a drop-down menu, and that's where you just click on Judy Kroll's style, and then you'll land on this page. And when you scroll down from there, you'll land on this page, which is, of course, the big deal. Yeah, shopgemistry.com.
I have an idea.
You do?
I do.
Also, by the way, when you get all the way through the process of ordering, depending on how many you'd like of the necklace, it comes down to $49.
I know, it's crazy.
There's no shipping.
For Sonoran,
very easy.
Mexico turquoise.
So I've put the link, that shopgemistry.com, directly to the necklace right there in the comments section. So thought it would make it nice and easy for you to be able to shop if you're still interested before the price goes back up to $115. And that includes the sterling silver chain.
I think we referenced our manufacturer when we were in the pickleball court.
Yeah, we did.
When
we did that.
I had to beat him in order to get
live.
the price we wanted for that one. But I'm scheming to maybe have him as a guest one week.
Yeah.
But
if he'll come out from behind the curtain.
And if he, in preparation for that, whether he does it or not, give your ideas of what you'd like to see him bring to the big deal.
Yeah.
See, it's kind of like your own personal jewel.
And we'll have a new one coming up the first Friday of September. If you don't know about what our big deal is, we introduce a new one every month, and it's always the first Friday of that month. So it's not the first day of the month, but it's the first Friday at 5:30 in the afternoon Eastern, 2:30 Pacific time, and that's always live. And then the deal is that it stays at that price until they're gone, or until we introduce a new big deal. Yeah, so that's kind of how it works.
Cool. So we have to get ready for pre-day, since now it's a thing with other people.
Yes, we're introducing them to our tradition, which we love.
Oh, I'll do one more thing about our manufacturer.
Oh, Marianne already said sapphires would be appreciated.
Just put them all in the comments. We'll
send them over to them.
Speaking of that, we were talking. Remember, I said sort of loosely, maybe a couple of months ago, that we might want to do like a dinner cruise or something that people could attend. And
he's not giving up on that idea.
No. So here's what I will say. We could either do that, or our manufacturer says maybe we just get a big room.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, that where we don't have to go in the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would that be good? Why? You think some people don't like to cruise?
I don't know. But then
he's just coming up with.
But then we're introducing another
element
where somebody has to spend money.
Oh, I see.
Rather have you save your money for the jewelry that you
yeah.
Like a trunk show.
Sure.
Kind of thing.
Okay, so there's some ideas. We're still mulling things over. It's part of the process, right? So I actually had time to kind of put a little thought into some music,
wise words
to get you going for the beginning of your week. And I don't think there's anything else other than coming up next Sunday is another Sunday Funday.
And another look at another guest.
The best ofs, yeah.
You know, I can't get a new computer till the 30th. I found out.
Oh, is that right?
Have to order it,
and then that's when it would come in. So you'll have
to
be muddle through or send them to me. I'll stick them in my system, edit them, send them back to you. You can send them to me.
Yeah.
I do have an idea for you, though.
Yes.
Yeah, I do have an idea for you. If you take the videos and you look at them and then you mark a time frame, can you let me know exactly? No, and then send them to me.
Okay.
Because I have a good editing system that if I know an in and out cue, I might be able to help you out. Save you some time. Whereas now I'm putting more work on my plate.
No, I don't want to do that.
And he's trying to save me from that.
I am.
Anyway, you guys have a fabulous week too. We will plan to see you next Sunday, and we will leave you with this message. Okay.